Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Thursday, the 5th of December, 2024. A full streaming day, and the first day that I actually implemented using the Stream Deck in my setup. This is a good one. Good variety of stuff today. I had fun. Let's talk about how everything went down. First of all, on today's Level 1 podcast, there was a lot of tech stuff yet again, because again, another new piece of tech had been introduced, and I was messing around with various different things. For example, my ability now to go live, green screen, whenever I want. As you can see, tonight was DSPolitics, and I was in the Oval Office for a lot of it, which was fun. But also the ability to play various different clips.
You blew it!
And the like during my shows, which is really cool that I have these new abilities now. If you want to see me mess around with it a lot earlier today, definitely check out the show. And then we fully talked about the schedule and how it's going to be a good variety of stuff with a new game coming out tomorrow and all of that. And other topics as well. So give it a look. It was a pretty good podcast. There was Q&A, all kinds of stuff, and a lot of tech stuff. Then we jumped into Stalker 2. And today in Stalker 2 was a mixed bag again. It feels like every time I play the game, it's a mixed bag. Like, there were some of the parts that I was enjoying, and I was having a really good time exploring and doing stuff. But then some of the missions started to feel samey again. And this is definitely a pattern that I'm noticing, is that a lot of the gameplay is go over here, find this guy, go over here, find this item, go over here, find this guy. I couldn't tell you that I've been to many unique locations or places in the 11 plus hours I've been playing now. It just feels all kind of really samey. The one part that stood out was when we were in that that field of flowers, and they would put you to sleep. That was it. Like, everything else about the game was pretty much identical at this point, and it's kind of sad. You know, I wish that there was more to it, more variety to the gameplay, more variety to the story, because the graphics hold up. The gameplay elements are sound, but it's just not really that riveting to me right now, okay? So, at the very end of the Stalker 2 stream today, something happened that really pissed me off. I was playing this part where there was a new enemy type introduced. It's like a small creature. It looks like a troll or something, wearing almost like a pullover hoodie or something. And all of a sudden, it starts grabbing my weapons out of my hands and then firing them wildly back at me. So it steals your weapons out of your inventory. All right, I was like, well, that's kind of unique. So I died a bunch of times trying to figure it out. Okay. And basically, oh, someone just said I should have left the goal on the screen. I guess that's a good point, because I didn't get to this yet, but I guess I should leave the goal on the screen. My fault. People are upset. They're upset because I didn't leave this on the screen. There you go. So this creature is grabbing my gun and using it against me. And I'm thinking, well, that's interesting and neat, but I didn't really understand what was going on. I ran in there to hit it, and it has a force field around it. I can't damage it. So I die, and I'm like, all right, I'll try it again. So I go into the cave again to fight him, and I start to realize basically his force field is kind of like timed, like it goes on and off. So you can't hit him in between the times when he's using his force field. The problem is he has full telekinetic power, so he's using your own guns against you. He's throwing items at you, and every time he hits you, it's like a big chunk of your life goes off. I'm like, oh man, this guy's actually quite a pain in the ass. So I wonder how well I'm going to do against him or whatever. So finally, after repeated attempts to beat him, I beat him. Okay, what happened was I ran behind him. I was shooting him with the shotgun. He kept pulling all my weapons out, so I had to grab weapons off the ground to kill him and stuff. So I kill him. I'm like, all right, it was tough, but all right, we got it done. I start looking around and I realize something. Every weapon that he had grabbed out of my inventory disappeared from the game. It wasn't like he grabbed it and used it against me and it dropped and I could pick it up later. It literally gets just finger snapped out of existence. Now, for those who don't know, it's incredibly expensive to upgrade weapons in the game. So it pissed me off. I was like, wait, I just spent all this money to upgrade my weapons and the game is this unpolished? So basically, it took me many tries, but I did find a way to beat him without losing my weapons, but I shouldn't have had to figure that out. Like, the game should have just worked in a normal fashion and not been that annoying. So, yeah, it drove me nuts. It literally drove me nuts, and I raged about it or whatever, but I'm not going to quit on the game. I did figure out a way to get around it. I just wish that wasn't like that. I wish that they had put more time into polishing this, and then someone's like, yeah, so just so you know, this is the first time you encountered the enemy. There's going to be tons more of those later. Great. Anyway, so that stream, went well, and we did hit our goal, and things continued on swimmingly. Tonight was DSPolitics, and we covered a wide variety of topics, and actually, this was one of the longer DSPolitics streams I did, because I had so many topics, and I still didn't get to them all right? But lots of topics covered, including a law in Australia that outlaws social media for teenagers and kids, the Joe Biden pardon of his son, Hunter, me basically ratioing my own local news, the crazy martial law and attempt to like kind of almost overthrow the government in South Korea, and I watched the Snow White trailer and live commented on it. So it was pretty good. I had a good time with it. But as you can see, we didn't hit the goal. So I just want to make it abundantly clear. We didn't hit the goal and the streak is over. Okay? So tomorrow we start back at 0 and it resets. And it is what it is. You know, this has been coming for the last week. If you haven't noticed, there's been streams where it's to the last minute and no one contributes. And then all of a sudden there's a Hail Mary. There's no Hail Mary coming, I can tell. So it's over for the night. And tomorrow we'll start over. But this means no DSP tries it tomorrow. All right? So this means I got to try to figure out, what I'm eating tomorrow. Because originally I was going to order food, but now I'm not. So I'm going to have to figure something out. All right? So, and also, let's be honest. Okay? I don't know what's going to happen with DSPolitics. So I've done it for, a month. I like the show. I think it's something different. There's variety there. It's something interesting. The clips that I'm putting up on DSP Reacts are doing decently. They're actually doing much better views-wise than the other clips I used to put up there from the DSP versus the Internet show. But, is this show long-term going to work? I don't know. We have around 200 consistent viewers, between like 250 on Kick when I stream it, which I'm okay with. But I don't know if this, this is a political commentary show, like I said I would do. And I think a lot of people maybe are always I said overall, I'm never going to be like extreme one way or the other. I'm just not that kind of a guy. I'm kind of more middle of the road, level minded. So in that regard, I don't know. Like right now, I like the show, but obviously now we're a month in. I think I'd like to get some feedback. I'd love to hear people's feedback. The thing is, you guys don't really get to give me feedback because I live stream it on Kick only. So I'd love to hear, what do you think? Do you like it? Room for improvement? Suggestions? Obviously tonight, as you can see, didn't get many contributions. And the thing is, it's not like, oh, well, it's only streamed on Kick. I mean, that's true, but people can contribute via tips as well. So it's not like, oh, because he only streams it on Kick, he can only get contributions from Kick, contributors. That's not true. You still could have tipped or whatever. We still could have hit the goal, and we did hit it 3 weeks in a row. And now tonight we didn't. So it is what it is. But thank you to those who did check out over the last month. But now I think it's time to take feedback and assess and see where we want to go with the show. And we're gonna do that. All right. But in the meantime, I gotta get out of here because I actually have to edit out clips from tonight's show. And I have to use a whole new program to do it. I'm trying to use this new program called DaVinci Resolve to edit out clips. So I have to try to mess with that tonight and see. Maybe I'll get a couple clips tonight and work on more over the week because I don't want to be in here for the next hour. I went late on the show because I had so many topics to cover. But all right, everyone, that is it. Tomorrow, we got a brand new game all day long, Marvel Rivals on the PC. I am very excited to try Marvel Rivals. I played the beta, and I actually really liked it. But at the same time, this is the final product. Did they rebalance it? What about the new characters? Because there's a lot of new characters that they put in there. So I'm excited to try it. And I hope that you guys will join me tomorrow all day long. First and second stream, trying out various different characters and giving it a shot and seeing if it's something good. If it is, it could be a multiplayer game that's new for our rotation. I think the problem with the multiplayer I've been doing recently is nothing's new. Street Fighter 6 is a year and a half old. Call of Duty's played out at this point. It's 2 months old. There's nothing really new about it. So people want something fresh, right? Marvel Rivals won a poll that we put up. What do you want to see the most this week? And it was Marvel Rivals. So, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching the Daily Wrap. I will see you all in the morning for a full day of Marvel Rivals. And of course, like I said, tomorrow's Level 1 podcast will probably set up the poll to start nominating games for the Christmas Marathon. And also, we will probably talk about the future of the politics show, get some feedback, and figure out things we can do better with it. Okay? Everyone, thanks. Have a good night. Peace out. See you tomorrow.